up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi's Garage. Today I have Dante. What's up, Dante?
What's up, man?
You also go by TaeFromThaMudd,
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
is that
sir.
like your Twitch name, or is that like your just? How do you?
It's more than name that I came up with when I was younger.
Okay.
Obviously, we're in Toledo. Mud Hens mascot.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself.
Okay, so
my city, man.
You've been using that name for like a long time since you were younger.
Since I was younger, teenager.
Yeah. I have a nickname, Yogi. I've been using it since I was like a little kid. Yeah, so you're from Toledo, right?
Yeah, from Toledo.
Graduated?
Scott High School.
What year?
20, see, I'm getting old, man.
2018?
2018.
Yeah, I told you to give me a little bit about you, so I know a little bit about you, but then I want to get, everybody to know a little bit about you and stuff. So you have a Twitch, right? What is Twitch? Like, for people who don't know, like
Twitch is
I kind of know, but
yeah, Twitch is more of like a platform to where like you can stream games, you can stream reaction videos, just build up your following, more of like a on social thing.
Okay, what inspired you to even do a Twitch? Were you already a gamer or what?
Yeah, I was already a gamer. I've always been a gamer. Shout out to my big bro for that. Got into games really young, like 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
And I've just always loved video games, and why not stream them? Why not share content with everybody?
Yeah.
And
what's your name on there?
Tae, FTM. FTM is abbreviation from the mud. I have a couple followers on there, about 50. About 50. I just started not too long ago.
What's your favorite game? Do you have like a favorite game that you play and stuff like that, or is it all of them?
Right now it's 2K.
Okay, basketball.
Yeah, basketball, but that's not my favorite sport. But 2K, I love 2K. It's pretty good. You can get in and out.
And then do you play like shooter games and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I play regular Call of Duty, of course, Warzone.
Yeah. So you told me also that you wanted to start a podcast one day or like something like that. What made you try to like? What are you thinking about that?
Just to share my opinion, thoughts. I'm a big college football fan, so I eventually want to go in that route of analyst, of course. Okay. Just to voice my opinion, like the GOAT debate, of course.
Yeah.
College, NFL, NBA.
Okay, so you want it to be more like sports-based podcast.
Sports-based, yes.
Okay. So if I had, like, say you do start the podcast and I have someone that played football, like I'd had like Central Catholic's running back one time here, and then I could be like, I call you and be like, hey, he wants to do your podcast next, and then we could like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would be cool, because like that and if you have an interesting guest with like a good story, you can send it to my podcast, and like that we can like kind of interact and
we can grow. Grow together.
Yeah, people can do their rounds too. Like say someone that's in sports wants to. Grow their social media here in Toledo, they can go on my podcast, your podcast, and I think that would be sweet.
Right, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, especially like there's a lot of young kids right now that are playing a lot of sports around here. They're doing really good. There's a bunch of young trainers like my age, 30, 40, that are like, training a bunch of young kids and doing really good with them.
Right.
Yeah, so like what exactly you play flag football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What team did you play for?
My first ever team that I played for was might have been Shockwave. Toledo Shockwave.
Okay.
We were like first team, to me, first team coming out the mud. Lower seed, of course. Had to go against top teams. I really started in 5-man.
Oh, okay.
Starting 5-man, then I transitioned over to 8s a little bit. It's pretty.
Yeah. What was your biggest moment or accomplishment? Did you guys win a championship or anything like?
As of right now, maybe making it to the finals. In the 8-man.
Okay.
We played against the top team, 21, of course.
Yeah.
Those guys are.
And it was hard.
Gifted. Yeah.
Yeah. I won like. I think 2 championships, but I played a long time ago, a few years ago, maybe like 10 years ago. We won a few championships, and then I came back last year, but we lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's hard out here.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's fun. How did you get into flag football? How did you hear about it?
Um, I've been one of my friends, of course. You know, locked in 10 years plus with him. He's just like, man, bro, let's start a flag football team. Like let's do it. And some things fell through, and he wasn't able to get his team in. So I still went on. I still went on. Hey, who wants to pick me up?
Yeah.
Like I'm solid. I mean, I'm not that fast, not that strong, but
Yeah.
I can get open.
Yeah.
And like just being just a playmaker. That's how I really got started into it, really, honestly.
So basically, your team kind of fell apart. So you just like another team just picked you up.
Yeah.
You was like, hey, who can I run with? And
Yeah.
someone picked you up.
Yep.
Have you what other sports have you played in your like you say you played other sports and stuff? Right?
I played football, of course, basketball, soccer. I played soccer when I was young. Really, like, my thing is like, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna stick with it. I like to do something that I love. That's why I moved more to football more.
Yeah.
Then as I got older, I shifted more to video games.
Do you think sports is important for kids to teach them something?
Yes, yes, but it all depends on who's their coach, who's their role model, who's their mentor.
Yeah.
Because you can play football and be lead to the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Depending on who's your mentor.
Absolutely.
I think being in sports as like a young kid is very good.
Yeah. But you just think that it should be led by the right kind of men.
Yeah.
You
shouldn't be led into deviance.
Yeah. Absolutely. Did you have something like that when you were younger? Like your coaches weren't like that good, and well, you said sometimes you didn't like it. So what was it like? Something with the coaches?
Yeah, it was more of like coaches talking to you. Like I understand, like there's discipline, and but sometimes we need to not. There's a mental side of sports. Kids sometimes some kids don't understand that, and I think coaches shouldn't go about it a certain way. They should talk more to their players, be more kind.
Yeah.
I'm not saying be soft, but
Yeah.
you know the difference between soft and
Yeah.
yo, this is not how you do this. This is how you do that. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So that's a pretty. I never really talked to nobody that. Usually I talk to a coach or something, and everyone talks about how good coaching is, and all that. But no one's ever brought up like you have to have the right coach too. It can't just be anybody. Like it has to be somebody that. It sounds like there's a song that said can't be anybody off the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to have some good guidance. I believe in that too, man. That's a pretty good thing. And then what was I gonna ask you? You said you want to be a broadcaster, right?
Yeah.
Or what was that about?
I'm the type of guy that likes watching Skip and Shannon argue every morning.
Oh, okay.
I like watching that. I like watching Speak, Undisputed. ESPN, First Take. Like I always been that type of guy. Like I always like sports. I always like talking about sports. Didn't matter what sport it was. I just like talking about it.
So you're one of them guys that could put ESPN on your house and it just be on there all day.
Yeah, all day.
And you just walk by and catch
walk
a
by,
little bit.
do dishes. Yeah, like
I used to be like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't get into like the ESPN as much no more, but I know what you mean. So that you wanted to, isn't that like a little bit of journalism too, right? Like
Yes.
broadcasting, and then you actually have to do you have to get like a journalism degree
I
or
believe so.
how does that go?
You have to get like a I think it's broadcasting.
Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that like Mike Wilbur and all them were like they were like newspaper writers for Chicago or something.
Yeah, that's how you really build your name up, is working for those big writers. Getting into the actual sports interviewing and
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I never you know what you should do? Like you should start it with the flag football. Talk to Yenrik and all them.
Yeah, you haven't been the only one that suggested that.
Yeah, because you can get your feet wet with that and get a little bit of experience.
By the time I get there,
yeah. I was thinking about doing maybe a podcast. It's so windy down there and stuff, but maybe have like a little my camera set up and have a
Yeah.
couple like maybe go down there and just talk. I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about doing something down there, but I think you would need like a little. I would need like a little tent and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially playing out there.
All right. So who is your biggest inspiration and why? Like in your whole life, who's inspired you to become like a good man and all that?
My parents.
Your parents?
Parents.
Yeah.
I can't say either one. I can just say both because they both taught me different things in life. My dad taught me how to be a man. My mom taught me how to treat a woman.
Okay.
Vice versa. Like, just my parents, man. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up. My parents were married, and they divorced when I was about 12.
Okay.
So like seeing them two split, I got to spend more one-on-one time with each of them.
Yeah.
Rather than them being together.
Yeah. Like fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
I clean houses for people like that. They'll have one set will have their kids like 7 days, the other set has the other, and it kind of like builds a good relationship with both. So is that how you build a good relationship with your mom and your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Not too many people have that. Like when I was younger, I mostly just lived with my mom. My dad was always locked up, so I never got like to see any of that. So you're a father, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many
father.
kids you got?
I have one, and I have one on the way. So really
okay.
two.
Yeah. And you're married and stuff?
Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what kind of advice would you give to a young father like about kids and stuff like that?
Young father. I would say when you feel like you're about to give up, think about those kids. That's what I would say. Keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Cause like if you ain't there, the mom ain't there, there's nothing left.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you had a good father, right?
Yeah.
So do you
father?
do you take some of the stuff that he taught you and implement it into your kids?
Yes. Just like regular patterns of like sleeping, school. Cause my dad, he wasn't really like a helicopter dad. He was more of like a,
Okay.
yo, you know you're not supposed to do this, right?
Yeah.
Then I don't expect you to do it. It was always a high expectation. Like my mom was more of like a helicopter mom, wouldn't let me
Yeah.
go anywhere. But I understood why, because there was a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Yeah. So then so your mom babied you more, your dad let you go a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all moms, man. My mom has 5 kids and she babies us all.
Yeah.
Moms are real protective, especially of their sons, you know what I mean? Because they don't want them to just run off and just so like moms are real protective.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's your biggest dream for like your podcast, all that? Like where do you see yourself?
Biggest thing of having a podcast is eventually making money off of it, but also get guests that people wouldn't expect, of course.
Yeah.
Just like I want to inspire people. Like if I can have a podcast, come on, you can have a podcast. You
Yeah.
can have a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are not going to have a lot of podcasts, but I want to make people believe.
Yeah. Inspire people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to inspire as many people as I can. Cause like
You doing a good job?
Yeah, the thing is, like, I never knew you, right? But you hit me up on Facebook because we're both on this group Facebook page, the Flag Football Facebook page, right? There's a lot of things going on that page. They're talking about all this stuff, people fighting, all that. But somebody said about starting a podcast so I put on there, if anybody wants to get on my podcast, and then you hit me up on a messenger and you said you're interested because you want to, talk about.
Yeah, I actually made that post. I was like,
oh, you made it?
There's a lot of stuff going on, man. This would be juicy for a podcast.
So that was your post that you, because I couldn't, I didn't really read the name. So that was your post that you wrote that on there? Yeah. That's actually a good idea, man. Like you can take that idea and make something of it, because even that drama right there, like that drama right there,
that's a headline.
It's some crazy drama right there. But like we can, like, if we're down there at the field, we can interview them. We can like put them on and then like look at all these guys. They're like these YouTube stars and stuff like that. They're going in boxing like at a place, they're like big time selling pay-per-views. You know, they're millionaires and stuff.
Making more than the boxers.
But yeah, we could do like if there's really drama like that and they really want to box it out and we have a legit place. They said they got a place for real. Like they were talking about it. So if we could like even like have somebody duke it out, we can sell tickets.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, we can sell tickets. We can have someone like announce it, like me and you can sit there and announce it and just make fun of these guys punching each other. Like there's a lot of possibilities. The only thing is a lot of people don't dream big, you know what I mean? I like to dream big. So when I think of my dreams, I think of something huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think of just nothing little, because the thing is there's this thing where if you don't think of it, if it's not too big and you already hit it, there's like studies out there that say you implode on yourself.
Right.
You start like nagging with your wife, you start doing this because you already feel you got to the top. Like let's say your dream is just to have a podcast, right? When you get to the podcast, you'll be like, man, like you already got it going. You'll be like, man, I want it to be bigger, you know?
Yeah.
I want it to, you gotta have it bigger. Because if you just leave it there, I'm telling you, something happens.
To get unmotivated.
You get unmotivated. You don't see the bigger dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to have huge dreams.
Yeah.
When I think of that, because like I'm just a person that wants to strive for more, you know. And I want to try to like I'm from the east side. What side of town are you from?
I'm actually, I grew up on the north side of Toledo. Well, the old West End, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That, you know how they try to switch it up.
Yeah.
But my dad, like when my parents got divorced, my dad, South Side. Mm-hmm. So like I would live with him in the summer. I would live with my mom during the school year. So I mean, I'm not really from any particular. I'm just
Because you went to both sides of town, so you don't claim like one side or nothing.
Nah.
Well, anyways, I was gonna say I'm from the east side, right? So I'm trying to motivate. I got almost all my Facebook friends, Instagram. They're all from like, they're from all over the town, south side, east side, north side. But the majority of my friends that I grew up with are on the east side. Yeah. So I'm trying to like, motivate them so we can be fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one thing, bro. Like when it comes to like these like size of towns and the east, I'm not gonna lie, y'all do when it comes to like inspirational decision making and more like starting different things. Yeah, you guys are the first to do it. Like, it's just like you guys are more.
Yeah, it's joint. I think a lot of the east side we grew up. Like a lot of people would always say, not the east side, or don't go to the east, because a lot of people from the west side, oh, don't go to the east side, don't go to the east side. So we kind of felt like we always felt like we was like thrown off to the side. So it feel like makes you work harder, And then a lot of these guys, we sold like I mean I can't say about nobody else, but I was in the drug game, and then the east side was always about getting money. A lot of other sides of towns, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we had a lot of heavy hitters on the east side. A lot of people that was doing a lot of things, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why a lot of it, it came to the east side and it was spread around but the east side was always like big time back in the day, you know what I mean? I don't know about it anymore because a lot of people, a lot of those people are, either locked up or passed away, you know what I mean? So right now, I don't know who, I don't know anything about that. And plus, I got out of all that stuff, But I think a lot of it was that they were like united, It was like a lot of the instead of having like different little cliques and on the east side, there's not too much. This street versus this street or this group.
It was more like you guys were. I think mostly like what really divided the east from everything else was probably the bridges. Yeah, and that's pretty much like, oh, you're from the east. Oh,
a lot of people don't come. A lot of people from the other side of town don't even come to the east side. Yeah, it's just the
stereo.
We have a good flag football team over there, or league over there.
Yeah,
that shit's pretty sweet. So what's next for flag football? You gonna play on your same team?
I recently just played in the lock-in tournament.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All night long? How was that?
It was an experience.
Yeah. It was fun though?
It was fun. Yeah. It was fun. That's what people get mixed up about flag football, man. It's not about it's a lot of egos.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's all about having fun.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Yeah, some people take like so much pride in themselves. They can't just like play the game. I get a little crazy too when I'm playing.
Yeah.
But like, cause
But it's like it's the game.
yeah, if someone's like starts chopping me in my throat, like I'll let it go. But if I feel like they keep doing it, cause I'm a lineman, if I feel like they keep doing it, man, I get like, come on, man. I'll hit them a couple
Yeah.
times in their throat or something, man. I have a lot of fun, but I'm the kind of person that tries to calm everything down.
Yeah.
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 How about you? You
I play linebacker and I'm a rusher. So
Oh, okay.
it's kind of like I'm kind of like a dual threat. Like
Yeah.
I can be put on anywhere on the floor
Okay.
except for like a center, of course. I don't know how to
So
hike the ball.
what was your so if you're a linebacker, then you know like the angles and stuff.
Yeah,
Are you good at catching people? Like
Yeah.
even some
Oh.
people might do people underestimate your speed?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
underestimate my speed a lot.
Mm. 'Cause,
Especially
Go ahead.
middle linebacker
Yeah.
is I think on defense it might be the hardest position on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
right.
you have to watch out. You have to watch out for the run. You commit to the run. You have to watch You have to watch the route behind you.
Yeah, like a little dump pass. or
Yeah,
something.
like it's just a lot of things you have to take in consider.
Yeah, because my brother was a linebacker, and he was like, a little thicker, but he always surprised everybody. So that's why I ask you, because I know like if you're on a team, that means that someone noticed that you did. Because a lot of times, if you're not starting, you're not playing.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if you're the linebacker and you're not starting, it means that you lost a step or you just can't do it. But if you're starting on a team, that means that you got some you got some stuff. And then not only that, but sometimes I can't even believe that a linebacker caught. It'll be like a skinny ass dude, and he's just cutting, and then all of a sudden you see a linebacker just coming, like diving, grabbing the flag. I'm
Yep.
like, what the hell? Because it's all about angles, you know.
It's all about angles.
Yeah.
All about angles.
Yeah. Broadcasting, right? What is like your biggest dream for the broadcasting and all that? Like, you wanna be on like TV, ESPN,
Yeah,
NFL.
I think that's everybody. I think that's like when you're into that subject game, that's like the main goal. But I want to think past that. Like I want to own ESPN at this point.
Yeah.
like you said, you got to dream big. Like
Yeah. So you don't when you get there, you don't get complacent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So own it.
Yeah, own it.
Yeah.
I want to own everything.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you got to have the big dreams so you can be successful, man. Yeah, in life.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to bring to the table? Anything that we didn't talk about? Do you have any businesses that you?
I'm actually my Twitch, of course, and I'm starting my podcast. It's going to be called In the Stands, and it's going to be premiering late April.
Okay. So that's for real. So it's not only a dream; you really are gonna do it.
No, I'm really gonna do it. Like,
all right.
if I have a vision, it's my best interest to.
What do you? Oh, I forgot to ask you. What do you do for a living? Like,
right now I do for a living. I work at the Home Depot warehouse, and I work at St. V's. So I have 2 jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, just providing for my family right now.
Absolutely.
Till I get something going. I always want a job that I love doing, and podcasting, broadcasting, analysts.
And then like the thing is like you wanna try to bring value to people, right? Because I listen to a lot of Gary V. You know who Gary V is?
No.
All right, Gary V. He's an inspirational guy. He talks about bringing value to people, right? So like me, like I'm not selling anything, yet, but I'm working out. I'm inspiring people. I'm filming everything, and sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm at the gym with the phone, So I think that, if you're gonna start a podcast or anything, you want to bring some kind of value to the people. I don't know how, you got to figure that out. Cause like my podcast, like I'm trying to bring value to people so people can eventually, get a sponsorship and stuff. Maybe someone can help me sponsor the podcast. But for right now, I'm not really asking people for it. I just have like a feeling that someone's going to bring me the opportunity. So is there any way that you think that you can bring value to people like on your podcast or through your Twitch or?
Yeah.
How does that, how do you do that? Like,
Yeah, I will just, the way that I see it, I just bringing value, just having them on there.
yeah.
You know, promote your business, like promote what you do. Let the people know, like what's your vision, like what do you do, what's your vision, what's your goal.
Yeah.
And I think someone's gonna see it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna see it. Out of 100 people that, 100 views, somebody's gonna see it and be like, hey, let's check him out.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna do sports, so you can bring a lot of value to kids.
Yeah.
Like having like younger sports guys on there,
Yeah,
or even if you get a big name, you know.
Yeah, I always wanted to be like, there's this guy on YouTube's name's, oh dang, what's his name? Destroying. He gives a lot to the kids. Like he goes to like high school football games, get their name out there to colleges. Like he runs one-on-ones, like gets kids noticed. Like he tells kids, what's your name, where you from, what school are you from, what's your class. Like I always wanted, like it's all about the kids as well.
Yeah. What do you believe about being a social media creator? Do you think that's good, bad? How do you look at social media?
It depends on how you want to use your platform. There's a lot of people that just not it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
try to be like a positive
try
person.
to be positive will overcome everything.
What do you tell your kids about social media? Like, do you tell them it's bad, good, or like?
My son isn't really old enough.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like, he doesn't really have a phone. He doesn't have a phone yet. He has a tablet and he has a Switch. So it's kind of like, when he does get older, tell him, use it wisely. Don't just go posting any and everything.
Okay. Yeah, and then like what I've been focusing more on is telling people to use social media more for a business type. You know, I use I have my personal Facebook, but I use it a lot to spread my podcasts and my cleaning business, or positive, inspirational stuff. So I've been trying to, anytime I talk about social media, I don't talk about observing it, like looking. I'm talking, I want people to start being creators on it, because right here in Toledo, we only have like around 300,000 people, right?
Yep.
So whatever you do here in Toledo, you can only sell to the people in Toledo. Like I have a cleaning business, I can only clean people here in Toledo. So I'm limited, right? But something like this, like a podcast, like inspirational, do you put it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you have access to 7.8 billion people.
Yeah.
Because that's how many people are in the world. Not all of them people are going to look at your feed, you know what I mean? But you have access to them.
It takes one viral video for your stuff to take off.
Exactly.
That's all it takes.
And then from there you can build more stuff.
Yeah.
And then keep growing. Like I want to have I want to have a studio. I want to have $1 million cleaning business. I want to have a gym. I want to
That's when I said what's your goal in analysts and broadcasting? I want to own ESPN.
Yeah.
Like I want to have a studio to where like it's like undisputed first take where it's all in one room.
Yeah.
Like it's just different sections. Like
because I know that it's hard to get that. Like I had this dream to get a 6-pack before my wedding. I couldn't get it, but I want to keep having those big dreams so like that I can keep running at them.
Yeah.
Hey, Dante, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. Thank you very much. Is there any last thoughts that you want to have for the fans?
Be mindful. Stay in shape.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching the podcast. This podcast it's sponsored by my cousin's ashtray. It's called the Roach Motel. You guys can buy it. Just hit me up. My cousins.